This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
boy.
Hello, everybody.
It's November. Things are real now.
Oh, it is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a quick October.
It was a
That felt
lightning
super
quick.
super fast.
Tell everybody really quick about what you did. Brian, you're not going to
Brian?
Brian, what did you do over the weekend? Tell everybody.
This weekend,
Tell everybody, be honest.
I'm
I
a
don't
little
want-
nervous about it. A little nervous.
I'm also just angry about it.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What did I do?
What'd you do?
I don't want to make you guys feel bad.
What'd you
I
do,
don't want to
Brian?
make you guys feel inferior.
Just say what you did. It's easy.
It's like this. I get this reputation of
Just
high
tell
on the
them.
horse.
Just tell everybody.
Sponsored a star.
You sponsored a star.
You sponsored a you named a star in the sky after yourself.
What'd you name it? Be honest.
Bright guys, bright and shiny.
What did you name the star?
Brian's the best baker.
Brian's the best baker.
star.
And
You
now
know what?
it's written in the stars.
After you lost last week, whatever you need to do to feel better,
It's in the stars.
because this week we've got to, we watched the episode last night. We got to cook it. We got to bake
I hope
a cake.
a lot of people watched
You
it.
got to bake a cake.
It's not just a
before-
cake.
We have to do a
It's-
3D
that's underselling it.
Christmas tree
It's-
cake.
Yes.
It's more than a cake, yeah.
This
So
seems
you
like
know
it's
where
going to
you
really monopolize
Yes.
my time this weekend.
It seems like a lot of work,
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
it?
In case folks missed it, we are covering Baked for Love.
With
Love.
With
not-
love.
holiday
I'm cold for the
cake.
holidays.
They should do
Baked
that.
for
love.
Love holiday.
Yeah.
And we're going to be reviewing that episode
Yeah.
later this week. You all are going to be baking a cake
Heck
for
yeah, we
us.
are. A 3D cake.
3D Christmas tree cake.
More than a cake.
Very
So
excited.
I immediately regret
Yes.
You've done cakes in your day.
I've baked a
a
cake.
cake.
A cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what's exciting though? While you're baking that cake, you can listen to our audiobook.
You
It's
can.
out.
You can.
That's exactly right. It finally happened.
What
What
do
is
you
it,
mean?
Dan?
A Christmas Tree, a novel attempt by the Deck the Hallmark podcast? Yeah. It's a rom-com heavy on the com, and our audiobook.
It's out.
It's if you have the Audible,
Yeah.
if you have the Spotify.
Yep.
I narrated this book. Not on Spotify?
It's maybe by
Maybe.
now.
Maybe.
It's in the works. I can
In
tell
the
you that
works.
right now. Ask Spotify if they have
Ask
it yet.
it.
But I got to be honest,
Ask 'em.
Spotify's audiobook system is a
No, you
mess.
want Audible.
It's very confusing how to even get an audiobook.
And
on
you know what?
Spotify, so.
I listened to a little bit of the narration, and that was enough for me.
You
I was
just
it
need
was
a little.
hard- Yeah,
You
yeah,
listened
just
back
a
and
little.
you're good?
So yeah,
Yeah,
No.
but the reviews are in, and
The review, and please, if you
We
bought
did.
a book,
We did get one return on an audiobook purchase. So I
we
don't.
got a return.
I don't know what
on
that
an
audio
audio-
book.
Though this is
Does
a
that
little.
cost us?
This
Brutal.
is a little in the weeds on the audiobook space because I think this is something people do where they will take it and listen and return it really quick. And it's sort of like they're trying to cheat the system.
how do you return an
digital
audiobook?
good?
Right. I don't know, but I know it. There's a lot of uproar in the
then
writing.
and then it costs you.
It takes
costs
away.
us.
It doesn't count as a sale, I believe.
You can't return
So
an audiobook.
somebody's out there to get us.
because you just download it on your phone. And
You know what else?
return
You
it.
know what
say
else
I'm
you can't
returning.
return?
I did a lot of work, guys. You can't
ton.
return an audiobook.
You know what else you can't return?
What's that?
A generator.
Oh no,
true.
I got it for free though.
Yeah.
That's true. Worked out well.
You were
And they got our
willing
book
to.
for
You were
free.
willing to return it. And they
Oh,
said, "Don't bother."
Don't
Try.
bother. I got it for free.
Yeah.
We'll
Costs us
refund you.
more
You
to-
keep it.
Yeah, that's always
And
a good
use
thing.
it.
Right.
Also, speaking of Amazon
Keep
and
it.
things that are finally available, the Christmas Movie Magic expansion pack is now
That's
available
big.
Yeah.
on Amazon, which is great. So if you
Huge.
already have the game and you're like, I want more cards so that I can play with more people, the expansion pack is for you. It comes in a nice little package.
It is a nice
And then you can put, once you open it up, you can put all the expansion cards
the one box.
in the original
That's
box.
exactly right.
Bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go.
Done and
so
done.
you can go check that out as well. We're talking Christmas on Duty today. It's
Well, you almost said it with a straight face,
Christmas
Brett.
on Duty. They could have aired this movie next weekend, like when it's Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. It's almost like they want to stay away from that It's almost like
It's
the
a little
Christmas-
heavy-handed there.
It's almost
Yeah.
like the Christmas troops movies don't really represent actual troops.
Then they don't want the troops to
They
get
don't wanna
mad
be
at them.
confused.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard to say. I don't know who could have a problem with this one. Christmas on Duty. It originally
maybe.
aired
Stay
on November 1st,
State
2025. And it went a little
Geico.
something like this. The movie kicks off with some fun animation, which I just got word is actually why we only got 24 movies this year. They spent it all on the animation. We meet Blaire Birch. She is ready to compete against Josh Cannon at, an obstacle
Army
course.
stuff.
Army,
Marine stuff. Yeah.
While they're competing, there's some playful banter, but at the end, Blaire tells Josh that she's taking his spot in the infantry. It's always a tough
Infantry.
one.
There's
No,
no,
just let 'em
there's
have
no
it.
L in there.
Just let 'em go.
Infantry. Is there really no L in that?
Infantry?
Infantry.
No.
That's
Not
crazy.
even a
Not a
silent one.
single one.
He's very offended by this. Turns out their dads were rivals as well, and Blaire's dad chose work over friendship. So I guess they handed that down from generation to generation. 6 years later, it's about to be Christmas break. Blaire is only taking 2 days off because she's all about that work. No Christmas. She's going to she's like hosting a training thing, and afterwards hangs out with her retired sergeant dad. He wants to have a more traditional Christmas with his daughter since his wife, Blaire's mom, passed away. They go to the Marine Christmas festival party. I don't know what it is, but she is shocked to see that Josh Cannon is there. He's a company commander now, and that's a big deal from what I understand. They get in an argument and decide to compete in a challenge right then and there. And while rushing outside to compete in said challenge, they knock over the party cake. Boss man, I don't know his ranking, so I'm going to call him Boss Man.
Boss
and I
Man.
apologize.
Big Boss
in
Man.
advance.
Colonel of sorts.
Yeah. He's upset and assigns them to Christmas duty. They are going to be spending 24 hours
Little decorum.
straight
There's an L in
together.
that.
Apparently, there's a big snowstorm, though, and it's stopping the children's Christmas gifts from arriving. But they have to be there on Christmas Eve. What are they going to do about it? Well, Blair and Josh come up with an idea. When you show up to Christmas duty, Josh, he brings his own Christmas decorations to decorate the office with, including an inflatable Santa. When Josh finds out that a toy delivery is officially canceled due to the storm, Josh and Blaire agree to work together to save Christmas. They're the anti-Grinch. They're going to find out what all the kids want. They're going to take a 5-ton trucks that can handle the roads, and they're going to find those gifts. It doesn't take long for them to begin to open up to one another, and she shares about the loss of her mom. They get to the first stop, and they're shocked to find out that the employee did not pull all the gifts for them. Sounds a little entitled, honestly, but what can you do? They get to the next spot, and unfortunately, the owner is accidentally locked out. So they have to go through the air duct system, which Josh does, and he crushes it, skateboard secured. On to the next stop. More driving, more heart-to-hearts. But they get delayed because of a Christmas Eve parade. Might as well get out of our 5-ton truck and enjoy the show. And slow dance, because who doesn't slow dance at parade? Obviously, they stop for gas, and they finding Mr. Christmas Ezra is there. My, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, so
he
far.
agrees to help them
Still,
find...
he's mid free fall. He took a rest stop.
He agrees to help them find the gas that they need if they help him with a Christmas party thing. I don't know. It's weird, but yay for Ezra, I guess.
Some real Christmas duty.
While they're on their way back, they break down, which leads to an argument between Josh and Blaire, just as things were starting to get good between them. I hate when that happens. Luckily, Josh's sister is real good at trucks, and she walks him through how to fix it. They get the truck running again and make it back, but they're late. Mission failed. And Boss Man blames Josh and is about to discharge him because he's made this is a string of bad choices by him, but Blaire takes the blame to save him. Josh feels awful about what she did, so she finds Boss Man and tells him the truth. That it's both of their faults, actually, and Blaire shouldn't get in any trouble for this. He agrees to let it go if they deliver the rest of the gifts in a Santa and elf costume, which I don't know if he has the power to make them do, but he does. Then he shows up to get when he shows up to get her with his dad, her dad and his dad, they get in an argument because remember, they hate each other. But that's nothing a snowball fight can't fix. Am I right, everybody? They help deliver the rest of the gifts and they celebrate with a kiss, and their families spend Christmas together and they kiss some more. And that, my friends, was
Christmas on Duty.
We did it.
We did do it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this movie down with 4 segments here on Deck the Hallmark.
Real quick there. You're on Deck the Hallmark.
Today's episode is brought to you by Cozy Earth. Here's the thing. I know that you have someone in your life that's hard to shop for. It could be your kids, could be your significant other, it could be your parents. And you're like, what do I get them? Well, for me, I can tell you the best gift that I ever got. It was the sheets from Cozy Earth. And I know you might be thinking to yourself, that's an insane thing to say. It's not. We all sleep. We all need to sleep. The Cozy Earth sheets are the most comfortable thing I've ever slept on in my life. And when I got the Cozy Earth sheets, my life changed. I was sleeping so much better because the bamboo sheets are just insane to sleep on. They stay cool. They're so cozy. They are just absolutely incredible. And I can honestly say that when I think about giving gifts to people, Cozy Earth is one of the first names to pop up because they have something that everyone will like, whether it's the blankets, whether it's the sheets, all sorts of stuff that you can get from them. The pajamas, you see them in Hallmark movies. People are wearing these Cozy Earth pajamas because they are so darn comfortable and they look great too. And here's the thing. They make it so easy because they have a 100-night sleep trial. You can try them out, and if you don't love them, you can return them hassle-free. But I'll be honest with you, you're not going to want to send them back. Once you start, you're not going to want to be done. And then it's a 10-year warranty. Once you feel this level of comfort, you're going to want it to last at least a decade, and Cozy Earth has you covered. Good news. Black Friday has come early to Cozy Earth. Right now, you can stack our code of Hallmark on their site-wide sale, giving you up to 40% off in savings. These deals will not last, so start your holiday shopping today. Please, CozyEarth.com, promo code Hallmark. And if you get to the post-purchase survey, be sure to mention that you heard about Cozy Earth right here. Wrap the ones you love in luxury with Cozy Earth. Welcome back! Whoa!
Man.
We're back. We're talking Christmas on Duty today, which is a funny name for a serious movie.
Serious movie.
We're going to share our
troops.
thoughts on it right now. We're going to start with a hot take. We're going to share exactly how we felt about this movie. We're not going to hold back. I'll start with you, Bri Guy. Bri,
Sure.
What'd you think? Christmas on Duty.
I liked it.
Is it good or is it a pile of duty?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Thanks.
That was. I hope we don't get another
We love
Duty
the troops,
movie.
and I want that on,
just
the
on the
record.
record.
We're just doing
We love the truth.
a bit.
Well, a lot of this is out of my hands because I don't do well with dilly-dallying when you have a deadline.
Yeah, that's this movie.
The whole time is
Yeah.
we have a very tight deadline, basically an order sent down by the commanding officer.
That's right.
And
Boss man.
the colonel. And they're out there just goofing around a lot. Everywhere they go, they're goofing around. They're stopping at parades. So it doesn't matter if this is for the troops or for
the kids or for both.
anybody. I just don't do well in this scenario, and I don't like it. And on top of it, the holding a grudge for, I don't know, decades. Are you kidding me? Like, just stop. Like, I don't know, like that. The fact that father who's holding the grudge hasn't isolated his entire family, like, and everyone around him, because it's so miserable to be around somebody like that.
Yes.
And so he was a real sour point for me. The dad there,
Yeah.
the guy's dad. Just that the grudge was just so strong.
Yeah,
So the
grudge was
grudge
strong.
and the dilly dallying, it just. And there was also a weird thing, and I don't know how to describe it great. So I'm just gonna say, like, in the Army or the Marines or any military, you go to boot camp, you wear the fatigues, you go through all this stuff, and they break you down
Yeah.
to like get rid of your personality. And it sort of felt like that kind of worked. The fact that they were in fatigues the entire time, like we didn't get a Janel Parrish that I was expecting to get here until near the end. And I feel like a lot of it was because they were just in fatigues doing Marine the whole time.
That's right.
And so that worked, I guess, but also it didn't because that's not what I was looking for. And so I like the theme of helping out the kids, doing whatever it takes to make Christmas happen. That's really cool and give these kids a special time. But just the grudge and the dilly-dallying, I can't get over that. So really not great for me.
Yeah, it's a tough one because I did not actively dislike this movie. But to your point, anytime they stopped and did things, I was like, we don't have time.
Right.
And so on one hand, I don't think that they should get in trouble for being late because at the end of the day, this was a volunteer mission to get gifts. They can't get in that much trouble for being late, right? But at the same time, I don't think they got in enough trouble because had the boss man been aware of how much dilly-dallying they did,
so much dilly, so much dally,
they would be
and combine them.
Well,
they'd be kicked out.
Yeah.
They'd be kicked out of Marine, and so
dishonorable
discharge. That is for sure. And so, you're really stuck in between a rock and a hard place there when it comes to. What am I to do with these two individuals that's volunteered to save Christmas and did it as slowly as possible?
Right.
Well, I guess you're left with it was fine. It was fine. I'll say this. These two really worked for me. I'd like to see them in a different movie because I felt like they had good chemistry and I felt like they worked overall, but the situation, Brian, you're right. The situation, the dilly-dallying was very frustrating.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't okay for me. Their chemistry really makes this movie better than what it really was. And so it's an interesting one. Dano?
Yeah, I'll sum it up. Parker Young, who this may be his first Hallmark movie, he and Janel Parrish are great. I would extend that to Peter Jacobson, who is Janel Parrish's dad.
He's the best.
Those three are amazing. They're really, really good. Everything else basically about this movie is really bad. One of the worst troops movies we've seen. The only reason it's not the worst is it doesn't try to play the heartstrings of the troops.
Yeah.
There's not a troop homecoming. There's not this weird thing that we're doing that feels like it could be propaganda. They just happen to be troops, basically. They're on this thing, this mission because they're troops, and that's it. That is the... I don't want to belittle that, but that's really the only reason that they're in uniform is so they can be Christmas on duty. That's it. Those three actors are great. They don't care about this mission at all. If they cared about the kids even a little bit, they wouldn't do half the stuff they did in this movie. I just hated that these two leads and Peter Jacobson to a lesser extent were saddled with this movie, which was simultaneously very busy, but very boring. And it is frustrating when you've got these two families fighting, but you don't feel like they're both justified in fighting. It is frustrating when they're not doing the thing that they're supposed to do and they're troops. And that's the whole point of being a troop, is doing the thing you're supposed to do. So yeah, I thought the kiss at the end was great. I thought those two were great. I just wish it was a different movie. I wish they were all in a different movie. Nevertheless, here we are. Another one is in the books.
That's right. We're basically halfway done at this point. Hallmark
to a weekend. It's like we're not even trying. You know,
this is easy. This is light work.
I will say at this point, you're not going to agree with me. At this point, it was second best of the year for Hallmark.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I had it better than the Montana one.
Wow.
No, I don't.
The same here.
You guys were higher on that, but
100%.
I hate a royal movie. Like, I hate a royal movie.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot to over. I thought the
But you
Goob,
got to see
the Goob
those-
and Warren Christie were great.
Yeah.
But these two I thought were equally as great, and we didn't have royal. So they're both bad. I want to be very clear.
Classic
They're both
America
bad.
first position. That's what this is.
That's classic.
They're both
Dan.
bad.
That's
I support the
classic
troops. You guys don't support the troops. I support the troops.
When the Goob's involved, I guess not.
When the Goob is involved,
It's out of
you
our
don't
hands.
support the troops. That's what I heard. As long as we have it on record.
Our
Your
hands are
words.
tied here.
Yeah.
My
We
lips.
love the Goob.
If only we had an independent resource also recording this.
Yeah, if only.
Check the tape.
Let's send it over to them. All right, it's time for all the feels where we talk about what in this particular movie gave us feels of any sort. Bry guy.
There was a gingerbread cardi that was great, but the real one that stuck out to me was the stuck right out. When they're working on the truck and he got like all Apollo 13 and he's like, all I have is this tape and this this knife or whatever he had, and he had to finagle together the repair. And more of that would have been great. Like using what you have and like fixing something. Pretty
I guess
cool.
if these two get waylaid on their mission over and over again, it's a better movie than if they just decide
to slow dance during a parade.
Yes,
That
yes.
there's definitely
the alternate route.
Yeah.
100%.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. That's tough. There's got to be an alternate route, right?
Legally, I think so.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I don't want to just be like, hey, the couple gave me feels, but these two were wonderful together. The kiss at the end was great, and so like that's why it works. This movie works despite how ridiculous it is that they are going to get in trouble for volunteering to save Christmas. These two were wonderful together. I just want to see them again because I want to give them another shot in like a outside of the Marine garb and the silly
civilian
task.
life.
Yeah. So, Dan?
So Parker Young's dad in the movie looks the part of being former Marine for sure.
Yeah, gosh,
But-
he looks good.
But Peter Jacobson, Janel Parrish's dad, he felt like a former Marine. Like whittling. He's just sitting there whittling.
When I
the
saw
baking
him,
has to be perfect. Or like
Let's start over.
there was something about him that felt like he had done the work.
what's his
of
name again?
Peter Jacobson.
Peter.
Yes.
When I saw you whittling, I said to Dan, I bet Peter brought his own wood block and his own little knife because he thought the character called for it. That's how I read that.
Yeah.
Like, no one handed him that.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to be this guy. I'm retired now. I got to do something with my hands. I'm going to whittle.
But it was so much like the other guy had the square jaw former Marine thing, but didn't really fit it to me. Whereas this guy who doesn't look the part really felt like he was a former Marine, like in how he delivery, the whole thing. And that was kind of the one positive surprise for me.
There you go. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get to the wait, what, and the what, the Hallmark here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Was that slow?
No, he was too slow.
felt-
Yeah.
Really?
You'll
I
get
thought
it.
that was
You'll
pretty
get
good.
it. No, we were great.
He's always bringing us down.
Welcome back. Hey.
It's great to be here today talking about Christmas on duty. I'm going to stand on duty right now. You know what I mean? I'm staying on business.
Staying on business. Staying on duty.
Let's get to the way what. So we talk about what in this movie made us go away. What? I'll start with you, Brad guy.
Yeah. So we're doing cakes this week.
We're doing
We're doing cakes
There
this
was
week.
a cake
Yes.
splatter in this that was just
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Offensive.
Like if you're gonna,
Offensive.
are you kidding? That's not a cake.
As someone that
bakers,
has
there's
now
two cake
baked
bakers.
Come on.
multiple cakes.
I feel like I'm in the kitchen more than I'm not. now.
That cake flew, and what landed was batter.
Like nothing. It was not even
Yes,
close.
in the air, that cake went from cake.
Yeah.
It was Benjamin buttoning.
Yeah.
It was
Is it
going
cake?
backwards.
No.
That was not cake.
That was brutal because like that's a funny. If you're gonna do that, just throw some cake on the guy. Like,
Frosting and cake. You threw batter at them.
yeah, it was tough. I hated to see that.
Well,
was brutal.
as someone who has seen this week's episode, sometimes if you don't let the cake cool,
Man, boy, do I know it.
it
can't ice that
gets
sucker.
mushy,
No.
and so maybe that's what happened. Maybe they
It looked
were
good
up
before
against
that.
it.
Maybe we weren't there.
We weren't there.
Doug, the toy store owner,
You got it.
or
Toy Story
employee.
owner. Stuck right in there.
Yeah, he's got blueprints but no keys, huh?
Interesting. Interesting, Doug.
That
Toy
guy,
Story.
probably one of my favorite characters here. The Doug.
was funny.
Yeah,
Doug.
he was a fun time. But
But
just,
you caught that he found his keys.
he
right?
did have his keys in
Which
his
was
pocket.
funny.
But actually, he had them. I was kind of annoyed. Like he had them in his regular pockets. I kind of wish he found them like in the
Yeah.
top breast pocket there. Like, oh, of course.
They're right there.
But
Like
I'll
he put his hand on his heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Pledge allegiance.
Yes. To the troops. This is something you mentioned, Brand. An escape route. You have a parade. There's gotta be a way to get out. There has to be. Emergency vehicles need a way.
egress and whatnot.
Yes. So the fact that there's like, well, let's just gonna sit this one out and just wait it out. I don't know. That's just you can't do that. The last one I'll do here, Santa at the end. You've both mentioned this. I think the kiss at the end. They deliver the presents. They walk to the driveway. He pulls down his beard. They kiss. I don't think you should be doing that. Like, there's a nearly 100% chance that whole family is looking out the window. Because that kid went inside and was like, Mom, Dad, Santa just dropped off a present. And they're like, really? So they all go to the window. They go, oh, yeah, there's Santa.
I mean,
taking off his beard and making out with his elf? What?
It was the best shot of the movie, but you're not wrong.
Dan's
you're not
all
wrong.
about it, though. Dan wants to
ruin
Christmas
it.
for
Let's
as
go
many
ahead.
kids
Let's
as
go ahead and
possible.
let people like just live their lives.
More Santa should kiss
I
elves.
guess.
is
And then
what
they had
Dan's
to have
saying.
a very serious conversation, I think, inside that house about Santa and Mrs. Claus and the elf.
Well,
and
see, he just finished a long season, and he had already
here we go,
shaved.
making excuses for Santa.
How would you handle it?
If I'm the parent?
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
you're
not
like-
the real
and you're
Santa.
committed. Yeah,
Santa's, yeah. If I'm committed, Santa's
So,
sent
like-
Santa's already
one
hung it
of
up
his
for the day.
decoy- yeah,
So I'd be like,
Santa's-
see, son, you're not the only one who makes mistakes. Santa out there he's having just a slip of the mind, I guess.
Slip of
So
the
just,
mind.
His beard's not real.
That's right.
His beard's not real.
That's right. He had to shave for a
Beard's
photo
not
shoot
real.
for that Target commercial he's in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Is that it?
Yeah.
So there is a Christmas tree lighting that happens in this movie, and
Oh my God.
they decide we're gonna use those spark things that come
Sparklers,
out
yeah.
from the ground, and instead of fireworks, it's just making a lot of sparks and stuff in front of the tree, which fire hazard. But after everyone sees this, they all just awkwardly walk away.
Everyone
They're like,
immediately just
"Well,
walks away.
that's it." And I would be talking about this. Did you see all those sparks?
Yeah.
Not enough people stuck around to, tip their cap, if you will, to salute the sparks.
Sure, salute the
And I
sparks.
think someone needs to be
said
like,
it.
hey, let's stick around and just appreciate what we just saw there. Someone went nuts on the sparks for some reason here. I don't know why. I have a legit question. Do you guys think in the history of humanity, there has been a father-son duo that have both served in the Marines that have ever, in the history of the world, sat down to do a gingerbread house together, no one else around?
And just for the fun of it.
I don't think that those two people exist. Just the father-son Marine life.
And
you know
then
what?
every year we do the gingerbread house together, just for the two of us.
Just the two of us. A
Not for any
father-son
other
activity.
reason. Not for a competition,
I
just to
love
do
it. Maybe more should. Maybe more
Maybe.
father-son
Maybe more
duo
should.
should. You
Yeah.
know what? No, you're your worst self when you put together a gingerbread house. You don't want to see Dad work on that. It's not good. It's not going to be good for anybody. You mean to tell me there's no ladder in that entire stock room?
War stock room.
I thought for sure when they were doing the whole stockroom thing and getting the doll up there or whatever,
Yeah.
when they walked out, there was going to be a ladder.
Standing right there, yeah.
No, there
Would've
just
been
is
great.
no ladder.
Good
And that's tough.
opportunity.
And I do think that store employee actively hates the troops. They weren't going to say it, but it is like
She's against the
That's what
troops.
that's
Clearly, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
energy she put out there.
100%.
Her dad is baking, as you mentioned, with her best friend
Sure.
who she left so that her dad's not alone. And he says baking is just as precise as war, if not more so.
That's the part that gets you in trouble
and
there.
I hope not.
I mean, yeah.
I hope
Ryan
not.
said 100%.
You're
I've done
100%.
both. It's 100%.
The ramifications of an imprecise bake, forget about
Yeah.
it.
Whereas war-
far exceed.
Yeah, who cares if you drop the bomb a couple hundred yards?
Precision
in either-
doesn't matter.
I will
It
say,
doesn't
Horseshoes
matter.
and hand grenades. The
a
only
little spoiler, I got out powdered sugar to make some
course.
frosting, and my wife looked up from the table and went, "That's bread flour." That could have really cost me this week.
really could have.
Man, good thing she's keeping an eye
We're
on
supposed
that.
to have no help though,
Yeah.
right? I feel like
Yeah.
that is
Well, like in the show, though, they
Yes.
do
they
have
do have
partners.
partners. Yeah, that's
We
true.
haven't
I mean,
said
that's
that.
not, is that help? That's not help. That's just
Saved.
I will say, I think like maybe after the halfway point of the season, no more help from anybody.
how is that help? She just went,
She
"That's
stopped
bread
you.
flour,"
She
but she
cropped
didn't
you.
pour the bread.
I
like,
don't think that. I think after the halfway point, no more outside.
no
interference.
input from anybody.
What do you, but how is that possible? I live in a house full of
Empty
people.
house. They have to leave.
You got
You have to put them in a hotel
Yeah.
for the weekend.
This is quickly
Yeah,
getting
that's
away
a
from
different animal altogether.
getting away from.
We were
this.
renting a commercial kitchen. We
We're just in just bankrupt, but we did the
Hands.
baking
That
with
we did.
integrity, and that's what counts.
I love. Who doesn't love a good snowball fight, right?
sure.
You cannot do snowballs to the head. I know that they were trying to
No
prove a
headshots,
point,
no-
but
nothing in
especially
between,
at
yeah.
their age,
Yeah.
like you have to be
At their
careful.
age? Seriously,
You
yeah.
can't be hitting them. There could be ice in there. I literally did a yo gavel gavel about this. Somebody threw a snowball at someone's head. There was an ice chunk in it. You got to be careful with that type of stuff, Hallmark. You have to. You can't be putting the bad stuff out there like that.
The only TV courtroom drama podcast.
That's
Yo
right.
Gavel Gavel. That's the only one in the world.
It's the gingerbread father and son making scenario of podcasts about.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And I know, like, we talked a lot about the dilly-dallying, right?
So much of both.
You can argue which one is the most egregious.
The dallying or the dillying.
The dally of having a snowball fight in this moment, I think, is the most egregious, because at this point he's decided, right?
I got a few.
I'm gonna
top it, but
I'm gonna go deliver the gifts. It's still morning time, right?
Yeah.
So we got to make this right now. They have who knows how long snowball fights.
Yes.
Like, it's the day. Like, at this point, I know you're already late, but once you go past Christmas morning, it's you're in dangerous territory. You cannot have a snowball fight in that moment. I just got to say it. Dano?
In the tree lighting ceremony, Parker Young's character says, "Who's ready to light this tree?" And everybody yells, and then they turn on the fireworks, then they walk away. Do you know what never happens in there? A tree lighting.
Oh.
There's no lights on the tree.
Well, they spent them all on the sparks. Not enough people paid respect
we've
to
watched a lot of these movies. This has to be the first time we watched a tree lighting ceremony where there were no lights on the tree.
Yeah, that's true.
We've kind of, that's something on a bingo card somewhere, right? Like, that's part of lighting a tree is having the lights. So there's that. The dilly-dallying goes above and beyond, where they stop in a neighborhood to FaceTime their dads. Like when they're driving this giant truck, Parker Young says, "My dad's calling. I got to call him back." And in the background, there is a gas station. Like, just, all right, just pull right in there.
Yeah. Two birds, one stone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Instead, they're
100%.
they're outside of a yellow house where they're doing that. They went and found a neighborhood to stop in to FaceTime their dads, I guess.
Yeah.
They are riding around. I can't believe Brady didn't mention this. And I know, guys, Silent Night is the most used song in these movies. And I get it. We get it. Public domain, save the money.
Great track.
Nobody's upset. They're driving down the road. Silent Night comes on the radio. And Janel Parrish goes, "Oh, I love this song," and turns it up. Just let it play.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
And then she says she loves it again after that.
You love the song?
Love Silent Night.
No one does.
Well,
Not a single person.
I know one person who
like
does. Listen to Beg the Hallmark's A Bit of Christmas, and you'll find out who.
Yeah. You all
Available everywhere.
When you're fixed, yes, I would,
That
I
is
would
on
definitely,
Spotify.
yeah, for
Shout out
sure.
Virgins.
That for we know it. Yeah. When you're fixing an automobile, the thing that you definitely do before you try to crank it up is go ahead and close that hood. You close that hood on down.
Well, especially
because
if you're
for
a
100%.
five-tonner.
Yeah.
You know
Clean
what
your
I mean?
hands. See
Yeah,
you're done.
clean it and then try it.
Buckle up and then turn the key.
This is a 5-ton vehicle. How much do you think that that hood weighs?
You always, it always
least 1
goes
ton.
in my
least a ton.
in my experience, it always goes right the first time. And so you don't ever, you trust your gut.
Yeah.
You go right up to the front
Measure
line for
twice.
a parking spot and you shut that hood and then you turn the ignition.
Working
That's
on
what you
cars
do.
is a lot like war, even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's precise.
And lastly, our dude, he's the warehouse owner who looks
Doug.
Yeah, Doug. He's like, you guys remember? Oh, I was in the Coast Guard, and after he says he was in the Coast Guard, he goes, "Ooga."
Yeah.
Is that a?
I hope so.
I got to be honest. I looked it up. I couldn't find anything. Auga to me is where the eyes bug out in the cartoons.
That's more related to cars than what.
but
Yeah.
but like if Ura is Army or Marines or whatever, the Coast Guard is not Iuga.
No,
is
it's
it?
not Iuga.
It can't be, right?
I think
He didn't Iuga the Coast Guard, did he?
no. He
Hope
was in the
not.
Coast Guard,
Iuga.
and he's hung over from the eggnog. He's got eggnog fog. And I think
Iuga.
he's heard Marines, and he, instead of saying,
Okay.
he was so hung
So
over.
he heard Marines and he went,
mixed them up.
"Auga."
Yeah, he mixed up the oorah with the auga
Can you
in
imagine?
the eggnog fog.
I hope I get so many emails from people in the Coast Guard telling
Saying
me,
it's
no,
oh yeah.
the Coast Guard battle cry is Iuga,
Iuga.
which would be quite something.
Iuga.
That is all I have.
It's time for Weather Hallmark. So we wonder what could have been. Maybe have because of clarity. Any questions we still have? What are we still wondering about? That's what we're going to talk about right now. Right, guy?
Yeah. This is just a question, and I can't get in trouble
Listen,
for asking
no.
questions. Would it be weird if her dad ended up with her friend? 'Cause
I mean,
felt
they had some
there was
chemistry.
something.
They had some chemistry.
They did. And
For sure.
Not just the baking chemistry. I feel like, yeah.
I see what you did.
Thank
there.
you.
Really nicely done.
So I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think it would bother me.
I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Two
yeah.
thumbs up from
Yeah,
Brain and Dan.
absolutely. Auga.
You
Give that
guys.
relationship one auga.
And a couple. Wow! Wowza! So when they're explaining they're like, hey, we want to go on this mission. We'll take a 7-ton truck.
Yeah.
And then the boss man's like, no, can't do 7-ton. How about 5-ton? And they're like, sure. This is all over my head, which I imagine is also then over the heads of most Hallmark viewers, of which I am one. But then boss man says, you can have it for 24 hours, but that's the most I can do. Like
Yeah.
I can only lend it out 24 hours at a time. There's so much vehicle logistics here that I spent too much time wondering about, like the differences in between the vehicles that are 2 tons apart. Like, what can this one do that one can't? But then also just the rules of 24 hours at a time, you have to have it back. Because that was part of what they were like. They were in trouble for the not getting the gifts, but also he was supposed to have the vehicle back at this time because that's all he can do for him. So a lot of questions about the logistics of this vehicle. Signed and sent in from Bran.
Signed and sent in from Brain.
Awaiting response.
Rubber stamp.
Awaiting.
Awaiting response.
I have 2. One, the guy who plays Parker Young's father in this movie.
Yeah.
When I saw them on camera together, I was like, he's 10 years older than him. Turns out that guy will be 60 in May. Wow. So,
man,
first of all, unfair. He and Peter Jacobson, like under a year apart from each other, which also crazy unfair. Dude,
Peter looks great too.
He does.
Yeah. No kidding.
Wow.
But my bigger one is I need to talk about Ezra. I don't know if I want to talk about Ezra, but I do need to talk about Ezra. Is this it? Like, he was the lead in a movie. In this movie, he has 2 scenes.
Gotta be it, right?
He has not improved in a year. Have they fulfilled their contractual obligation to him as the winner of Finding Mr. Christmas?
Well, I mean,
do you think that was the contract? One definite, and then we'll do one more. Like,
I don't know, because you would think that they would mention that, right? And hey, you won, you get, and this isn't all, you're not only going to see him here, but you'll also see him in another movie next year. Maybe not as lead. Like, it's weird that they would do this as a contractual obligation and not let that be a part of what they announced.
Yeah.
it just
all
seems,
they announced was one leading role.
It just seemed very weird to have the guy that won the contest be a lead and then come back this year for a role with 2 scenes in it.
Yeah. If we saw any other lead get that type of
we'd be shocked.
Demotion, we'd be like, uh-oh, what? Like, okay,
that's what I mean. Like, it feels like a slap in the face unless it was part of the contract.
Yeah, it does.
So
like, hey, we have to.
Yikes.
Gas station worker.
He hasn't got any better. Maybe just the modeling. He's a good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy.
That's all I got.
It's time for Double Decker of the Week. It's where we dive deep into a life of a double decker. Brian, you do this. You look at kind of what has to be done, and you say, "I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to put in the hard work, and figure this out." The page isn't loading right now, which is unfortunate. You hate to see
Well,
that.
tell me when you talk about double deckers, you get a little emotional, Bri.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific that makes that happen for you?
It's just, special crew of people, and their hearts are in a different place than most people.
Yeah.
It's not so much top left chest.
Laura Schinner is our double decker of the week.
Wow.
I
Big
think.
week.
Did we already do Laura Schinner?
That's an excellent question.
Christine LaRocca. Christine
We just
LaRocca.
saying names.
I'm pretty sure we did Laura Schinner's already.
think
If not, she will be kind enough to let us do it in the next
It's
week.
funny because I do have some good info on Christine.
Christine,
so I
you
think
got
that's
Christine?
Right.
Let's do Christine this
I got
week. How
some
about?
good scoop here on Christine?
Christine LaRocca.
Christine, this is going to be huge news. Awarded top prize.
Wow.
It was it was a gripping contest. Started with cardboard, had to successfully pull apart the cardboard, moved on to remote control battery compartments. All these prizes are just really tough with the hands. You just need the dexterity, super important. And Christine with the top prize is all I can say.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What was the top prize?
And what is the name?
She won the top prize contest. She is the greatest prior. You guys don't know what prize are? You haven't heard of the top prize?
Christine,
I
I'm so
haven't heard of
sorry.
The grip it takes to get, things open. I'm sorry, Christine.
That's
is
incredible.
ridiculous.
She won the top prize.
She is the top
she was
prize.
prying. Of all
prying
the
things
prize,
She
open.
is the top prize.
That's right. Well, the top prior
she's the top prize
in the contest. She
of all
just
the
prized
top prize.
the most things.
She had the best prize
Yeah.
of all the prize.
Pried
Good
things
for
open
her.
better than anybody.
good for her.
Yeah.
I love that for her.
Christine.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Christine. That's incredible.
Congrats, Christine.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
and
for
I hope
sure.
you're okay with us announcing that. I know
Yeah,
that
no
that was-
kidding. That's pretty big deal.
It is
for us
something you don't
to
want everybody to
spoil.
know. It is
Yeah.
a little personal, but
It is
We
personal.
got
I was
screeners from
excited.
America's Top Priors.
Yes.
So, that's on us.
I thought we weren't supposed
And
to.
Laura, if you haven't had your double decker of the week,
Let
just
us know,
message us, and
yeah.
next week
100%.
you'll know.
Tomorrow we're gonna be back. A Newport Christmas.
A Newport
So
Christmas.
come on back for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry
Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks, a Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray and that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on the socials at deckthehallmark, or to get this episode ad-free and watch us record live and find the best corner of the internet, you can go to bramblejamplus.com.